Celtics starting lineup. At guard, 6'2" from Texas, number 0, Avery Bradley. At center, at 7'0", number 44, Tyler Zeller. Starting at small forward, at 6'9", number 20, Chandler Parsons. At forward, 6'9", from the Ohio State, number 7, Jared Sullinger. Starting at point, at 5'9", number 4, Isaiah Thomas. Your head coach is Brad
Stevens. Ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Nets. Young is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Williams at the point.
Isaiah Thomas, a 20-point-per-game scorer last season, and putting up those points with great efficiency, too. And this came despite strained ligaments in his shooting wrist and other nagging injuries, and yet he continues to give production.
Pass to Johnson. And it's Bradley with the rebound.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And finished off by Sullinger.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on them. So it's the Celtics now. Parsons on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Parsons dishes to Zeller. Back to Parsons from downtown. That's good. Parsons got himself going there. His first
rolling around, it's hard to find your direction and stay on course.
That's good.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not
for Williams, and Anderson has it in the corner. No good on the three.
Couldn't convert. A nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Williams against Thomas. And there's Parsons on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists in the game.
4 assists and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always a very important position, and he fills that role nicely for him.
He does a really good job of it. It's a lot harder than he makes it look when you're not starting to get into the flow of the game, but that's part of what makes him special. You might not think of him as a laser three-point shoot, ability to produce buckets going one-on-one. There's nobody better in that situation in terms of creating the shot with ease and never shying away from the big moment.
Nice shot by Felton. Just 4 seconds left here in the first quarter. Nobody near, and he hits the buzzer beater.
Oh, what a 3 at the horn to end the quarter on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Celtics lead by 4 on 0-2 from deep here in the second. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 4th assist with that last one here. Anderson dishes to Jack. They get a hand on it. Olynyk with the steal. Here's Bradley. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's now a dozen straight done.
Celtics leading by 6. Now Thomas. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Olynyk. Here's Sullinger. Second shot opportunity. The stupendous just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Outside Bradley. Now the feed to Ross. Sullinger with a screen for Ross. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Terrence Ross, I think, has a chance to be an elite 3-and-D player at the NBA level. Has three-point shooting and defense for the uninitiated. Tremendous athleticism.
Vasquez kicks to Yarebko. The Celtics working the ball around now. And that one's good. And that's now 9 points for Raymond Felton.
Finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say.
Parsons in at the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Johnson. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, the history of college coaches switching over to the NBA is pretty daunting. But Brad Stevens of the Celtics can't worry about those who came before him. He's just got to be himself. He was well regarded in Boston. And despite the fact that they went through a rebuilding process last year, he did a really good job.
On its way from Parsons for two. The offensive rebound. Sullinger dishes to Parsons. Zeller setting the pick for Bradley. Kicks it to Sullinger. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
A 25-game win streak, one of the brightest minds in the game. And with a 6-year contract from the Celtics, they clearly believe in his abilities, as do I. Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to this second half. Still scoreless.
Parsons with it, and Young picks him up defensively. That's
hey, it's good work if you can get it, and I'm sure those checks kept him from being too offended by the locker room banner.
Back to Thomas. And again, Boston with the triple.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there.
Johnson, the pass to Williams. A three from Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
He has not been on his game. And, you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Thomas against Williams. Sullinger a screen on Williams. Thomas kicks to Parsons. From past the arc. And it's good. Parsons got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Williams dishes to Anderson. And stolen by Thomas. And a fast break now for the Celtics.
Well, Jared Sullinger slipped in the 2012 draft over concerns about his back. He ended up missing the latter half of that rookie season when he had to have back surgery. Despite his health issues, when he's been on the court, he's showing
that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
26 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ross against Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. Nice shot by Felton.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to
good, trying to beat the buzzer. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Boston on top, up by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. They've got Johnson is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's Lopez in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Ross with it. Williams picks him up. Ross dishes to Zeller. Drops it in from 11 feet. Zeller's got the fourth quarter going.
Playing hard.
Here's Yarebko. He's guarded by Johnson. Zeller setting the pick for Parsons. Off the screen.
Tore it down that time.
Wow, and that sort of... Young comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Alan Anderson subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas.
Offense is clicking.
Thomas against Williams. It's Bradley on the wing. Back to Thomas. And Parsons kicks to Thomas. Here's Bradley. Anderson with the block. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Here's Johnson. It's blocked. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Parsons got the ball.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Now, the defense struggled in the first half, but you can see they've come out much more focused here in the second.
Outside Bradley. He feeds it to Zeller. Shot from 12. And he connects with the jumper. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Parsons kicks to Bradley. Count it!
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. So for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke,